Now, was there a particular sequence, action sequence or otherwise, that was the most challenging for you in this film? I mean, there are a few scenes where the Scotsmen rough you up, and it's you know, and it's kind of psychologically, it's a little terrifying. So you talk about, you know,
yeah,
which one of
God.
those is?
There were a few scenes that, you know, were quite memorable in their own way. I mean, I remember having really crazy dreams while I was in Serbia, like, you know, because I was being held hostage every day, and like we had a harness where I was dragged by my hair across the room. So every day you're showing up to work and doing all this. And I remember I had this crazy dream where I was being held hostage, and it was so real. And then I woke up and I was still in it. It was so weird, and I managed to like curl myself up into a little ball in my blanket, and like my eyes covered, and I was like, oh my God. So,
you mentioned your hair. You actually undergo sort of a transformation in this movie too. Can you tell us a little bit about your disguise and what your hair dye is?
My violin 12th night moment.
Yes.
As a convincing boy. Yes.
You dye your hair dark using what exactly again in the movie? It was pretty disgusting.
Things.
Yes, I believe there was a men's room toilet involved and some grease.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
To darken the hair. All right, do we have any audience questions? Anybody out there want to say anything?
Hey. So, first of all, I totally loved you as Shannon on Lost.
Oh,
you were
thank
totally
you.
fantastic. My question is, I know you were in Taken with the producers first. Did that have anything to do with you actually getting this role?
I'd imagine so. I mean, they know I show up to work on time, and
that's a plus in this movie.
Yeah, they emailed me the script a while back. I was vacationing in Istanbul, actually, and I was laughing out loud in the middle of the hotel, and I was like, I have to do this. It's so funny, and I miss that about action movies. You know, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's, you know, witty one-liners and this great relationship between the two lead characters. So it was nice to see an action movie that's really funny and fun.
After you've been a hostage in 2 of the movies, do you get to have more action of your own and Taken too?
I do. It's, without giving too much away, it's a little bit of an inversion. Liam and Famke's characters are taken in the next one, so a little more action. It was a lot of fun.
You've worked a lot of different jobs. What's your favorite person you've worked with? Or either in Taken, Lost, or in this movie now?
Oh gosh, there's a lot of people. I mean, I think, especially as an overall cast too, the first couple seasons on Lost was such a cohesive group, and we all lived in the same little village, so we could walk to each other's houses, and that was a really special experience. I think, you know, not just the alchemy of the cast, but being so far away and removed from all this. Bless WonderCon, but definitely kind of in our own little bubble. That was pretty special.
Actually, I want to ask you about your relationship with fandom now. You're a young actress, but you've already developed a kind of a cult following thanks to Lost, thanks to Taken, this film, and of course, you know, the Twilight finale, Breaking Dawn. So, how's your kind of relationship with the fan community sort of evolved over time, and how does it feel? You know, what do events like this kind of offer you?
Well, I mean, it's just nice. There's such enthusiasm, you know, and such a sense of community too. Like I definitely identify. I'm a big Jane Austen fan, so we've got our own little geekdom out there. You know, I had costumes growing up and stuff. I'm totally outing myself here. So I get that idea of knowing characters really, really well and feeling like you know them better than anybody else, and kind of what they'll do, and so I definitely get that, and just a sense of tribe too. You know, there's like a little teaspoon of Burning Man out here at WonderCon. You know, everybody gets together and you know, has a fun time, and occasionally dresses up as a stormtrooper. So I get it.
Yeah. Okay, sir, your question.
Hi, my name is Luke Cheeseman. I was wondering if your mom enjoyed the film.
Hi, Luke. That's my cousin. I didn't know he was here. We survived Christian school together, so there's a unique bond there. She liked it a lot. She laughed a lot. So, and also, you would appreciate this especially. You know, in the trailer, like the last kind of joke gag on the trailer where we dropped through the ceiling and land in a compromising position. Yeah, I kind of forgot that was, well, I flew the family out to visit before the holidays, and we were shooting, it was like the second take, and we were really like laughing and having a great time and, you know, cursing a lot. And the producer was like making a face, and I was like, what? Oh, my mom and my baby sister behind the monitor right there. So of course that was, you know, that day. The fellatio joke. Fun times.
Well, happy St. Patty's.
Thanks, Luke.
All right, good to see you.
I think we only have time for a couple more questions, but go ahead, sir.
I was wondering, it looks like from the footage shown, your character got used as a character to have a lot of dialogue with that mission control group of people back on Earth. I was wondering, when you actually filmed those scenes on set, who were you actually talking to?
Usually an AD, whoever could read English pretty well. We had an interesting kind of alchemy there with, you know, the Serbian crew and the French crew, and then, you know, our manly Aussie leading man, and then the lone American. So yeah, not too many options there.
Do you have any particular crazy stories about working on Lost, this movie? Yeah, all kinds of crazy stories.
You know, I've told a couple. Anything more specific, or? Friends behind you? Yeah, you know, too many people with too little sleep. And hilarity ensues, what can I say? A lot of practical jokes. Actors are really emotionally mature.
How do they...
So many people, I know.
How do they put the needle in your eye without actually doing it?
That's a good question. See, I am so committed to my job that, no, they had a fake eye, and then they took pictures like really close of my eye so it would match exactly. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't actually see the needle enter the eye. I think it cuts away just before, but it's like that Jaws effect where everybody thinks they saw it. Or Psycho, where they think they see someone get stabbed and they didn't. I think it's like just up to that point. But it was pretty gross, right? It kind of freaked me out. Especially because it's my eye. He's like, no, not cool. Man, that guy would beat me in Texas Hold'em every time. I didn't know what he was going to say. Yeah, he would.
All right, I want to give a shout out for the film's social media here. You can follow it on Twitter at Lockout Movie, Facebook.com/Lockout Movie, and of course the website, not lockoutmovie.com, it's actually lockoutfilm.com. Maggie, do you have a Twitter handle you'd like to throw out there? No? Because there's a real Maggie Grace on Twitter.
None of them are real right now. If they're talking about, you know, inappropriate things, especially, they're not me. Any of them. But I actually did have a conversation with someone backstage not an hour ago where I was like, I think I'm ready to face
Twitter
technology. I mean, I can't program a VCR, but I think I'm going to make the leap. So I'll definitely announce it soon when I get a real, authentic, verified Twitter account.
2 weeks ago, so it's okay.
It's a big leap, you know? It's a lot of trust.
Well, you know, then you can interact with your fans on Twitter.
No, I think that's great. I think it's just, you know, trust in yourself that you're not going to become totally addicted to this, that someone's always listening, you know.
Yeah. You're sacrificing pretty much any free time you have at that point. So.
Well, it should be fun. We'll see how I do.
All right, folks, thank you so much for coming out today for Lockout. We'll give it a hand to Maggie Grace.